Some biblical passages that have been inspiring to my life so far might be in Luke chapter 4, where Jesus has just fasted in the wilderness for 40 days after his baptism by his cousin John, and he's tested and he survives that and with his integrity intact, and he goes forth to begin his mission. And he goes to his hometown, to the synagogue in Nazareth, and pulls out the Isaiah scroll and starts reading to them the text from Isaiah, which talks about the proclamation of the year of Jubilee, and that this is good news to the poor and the release to the captives. And I tell you that on this day, this is fulfilled. So Jesus is sort of establishing his entire purpose, the next 3 years of his ministry, right then and there. He's saying, I am about liberation. This is about, if the time is now, let's do this. We have what it takes. God's with us. The time is now to experience our liberation, and there is good news. Let's start spreading it. Let's live it. Wow. It's sort of his manifesto, his marching orders, and they can be ours too. I think he's inviting us to join in this movement with him. And that same passage in Luke at 4, also referring to a passage in Isaiah, those are pretty bellowing to my sails and my fire. Other passages that rally me are ones in Micah, reminding us of the way of God is rather simple, to walk humbly with our Lord and pursue peace. And it's really that simple. It's not a complicated thing to be doing. It's being with God, seeking justice and loving kindness and offering mercy and peace. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. And seeing those passages that crystallize it inspire me. And then also in Matthew 25, where Jesus is talking in a parable about this person who is a king, but people don't recognize it. And he says, whatever you did to the least of these brothers of mine, you did unto me. When you took care of the sick, and you visited those in prison, and you released those that are in bondage, and you gave cup to those that are thirsty, whatever you did to the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did unto me. So when I'm out in the world and I see people in need, I can't help but see Jesus. And if I interact with them and I'm doing something to help them, I'm helping Jesus. And more often than not, Jesus is helping me in the same moment, maybe more so than whatever I'm thinking I'm doing to help them. So that's pretty inspiring, that, wow, I get to be with Jesus a lot. And why would I deprive myself of those opportunities?